Hey everyone, this is Jennifer, and I just got an email from Creffective Paper. If you're familiar, I use all of Jade's inserts in my traveler's notebook system. I have done this pretty much for all of 2023 and headed into 2024. And I love all of her inserts, so I wanted to share those with you. But then I got to thinking, it's time for me to change out my daily inserts for January now that December is ending. And I thought I'd flip through my completed pages. So first, let's talk about the Creffective Paper new releases. One of them I picked up is this new vertical dated edition. And the reason I picked this particular insert up was I've really been wanting to buy the Travelers Company vertical inserts to do a little bit of journaling. I've seen a lot of that on YouTube, and I like the way they look when they're filled out. But I am also a little worried that I wouldn't be consistent with it because of my journaling setup that I'm using now. And I don't think I want to give that up. I wanted something kind of in addition to. So I bought this just to try out. Now, the other thing is I want to use my fountain pens on this insert. So I did print this on some paper that I bought on Amazon that's fountain pen friendly. And I just feel like that whole sitting down with a fountain pen is a different cozy feeling that I get versus just plain paper and my gel pens. It will also allow me maybe to branch out a little bit with my fountain pen ink. And I haven't done that. I just used black document ink in my fountain pen. So just popped that insert in this Giglio traveler's notebook that I have. And yeah, I wanted to give this a shot. So this is one of Creffective Paper's new inserts that caught my eye. And why it caught my eye, I was like, oh yes, this looks a lot like a Travelers Company insert with the sections that I could use for gratitude. And I like the little calendar over here, and it's nice grid size. So this is one of them. There are several others that are launching January 1st, and I'll just go through and put some pictures up on the screen. There is a undated daily option, and also some new monthly foldables. So just definitely check out the new inserts over at Jade's website, which is creffectivepaper.com. All right, enough chatter about that. Let's look at my daily inserts, and I print these 2 months at a time. These are an undated 2 days per page insert from Creffective Paper. I have January, February's printed and ready to go. Here's what a blank page looks like. I am highly tempted by the undated day on one page that Jade just is launching on January 1st. And if you've watched my other videos as I've been kind of migrating information over from my 2023 setup, I have decided, I think, that I'm going to use this weekly week on one page for the first half of 2024 at least. And then last year, I stayed in this month on one page for the entire year. And my plan is to keep those two consistent, and I can archive them at the end of 2024. But my daily pages are where I'm going to allow myself to mix things up a little bit. So I'm using these right now, but again, that's where my freedom comes in to fulfill that creative need or the itch to try something new. For me, I don't want to commit to monthly, weekly, dailies all being the same because I know myself and I will want to try something new just for the sake of boredom. So daily pages are where it's at for me in that regard. But this was started in November 1st. So I do use the PlannerKate journaling kits in here and add little pieces here and there, and you'll see that as I go. My favorite way to date these inserts, because it is undated, are with these journaling circle days of the week. And if I don't have a checklist, sometimes I'll go back in like I did here and put a full box or a quote. Again, torn washi from the journaling kit. Same thing here. This is from the PlannerKate journaling kit. I like these little circles to make notes of things. Torn washi again. So I have my priorities, checklist, schedule, and notes. Usually my notes are content related. And some days, because that's how life is, are busier than others. So you can see like Sunday, Monday, I had quite a list going, but Friday was a pretty light day for me on November 17th. And I have learned to be okay with that. I love a filled out daily insert that looks really full and complete, but I also don't want to have to like make things up that I typically wouldn't write down. I mean, they would be things that happen. I wouldn't lie and just put something on a checklist for the sake of putting it on there. But if it's not something that I would normally need to put down on a to-do list, I'm not going to do that. I've come to terms with the fact that some of my daily pages will be quite empty. So this was the end of November, and we started December here, December 1st. And you'll see kind of leading up at the beginning of December, I was quite busy. And then it kind of dwindles down as we head into Christmas season. This is a Hobonichi Cousin sticker. Here's where it kind of slowed down a little bit. I had stuff scheduled, like meetings and stuff, but not a lot on a to-do list. Did print a picture out and stick it down. That's not typical for my daily pages. I usually reserve pictures for my journaling, and that way they're all in one book rather than in multiple inserts. And this was a busy start of the week of December 11th. Again, lots of scheduled meetings, which is probably why I had less of a to-do list, because I was busy, less time to get things done if I have all of those meetings to tend to. Same thing here as we head into the weekend. Picks back up a little bit here for the 19th through the 22nd. And then obviously Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Not a whole lot going on, which is totally fine. And then my memories from those days will go in my journaling. And then we're back to kind of being busy again after Christmas. So because of how this worked out, the last day in the book was Saturday the 30th. And it's time to take these out and put in January, February. I do not staple or bind my inserts. I literally just print them and fold them in half. And I'll put a card up for that process. It's really not too bad once you do it a time or two. But again, the same Perfective paper insert. And I have the first week of January prepped here with the 2024 journaling kits from PlannerKate. And I'll probably do that same process of adding just little bits of washi or full boxes on days that don't have a lot going on. But that is my plan, and a look at how November and December turned out. Really pleased with this particular spread for daily planning. It's been working well for me. Might be the longest I've ever stayed in a daily insert. So we'll see what January brings, maybe February. But if you guys have questions about anything, please do not hesitate to ask. Just drop a comment below and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you back next time.